all set and ready to go here. So, as fate would have it, Houston, and now let me explain how this thing is working first off. So, the reason Tampa is the home team here is because in our timeline, the NFC is hosting this Super Bowl. And if I was playing this out in advance or super advance, I'd be taking this place in the Superdome in New Orleans. But since this is basic, elementary, I should say, it doesn't really matter. Regardless, we'll stick to that, have the NFC team be the home team. So Houston gets the red, the away red, which kind of matches their color scheme to an extent. Tampa, you get green. So that's how it goes here. I don't make the rules, I just go along with it, kind of. So with that being said, Houston, it's the opening kickoff, which is just this white die. Sorry, no fancy coins here. We don't have enough money in the budget for that. All right, evens it is. Houston is calling evens. And they're going to stay. Tampa gets the first half kickoff. So Houston will receive it to start the second half here. So Tampa will get it first. We will see Tom Brady right away. And we are underway from technically New Orleans, Houston, Tampa Bay. This is for everything. Let's go. And we're going to start off with a missed football. Hold on, please. Oh, dear. All right, we're already off to a tremendous start because apparently the football was hiding behind one of these. Good job, me. Good grief. You'd think I'd have my act together by now, but no. All right, return for a gain of, whatever it says on Houston's. Oh, just 10? Okay. Tampa will start at the 15-yard line then from this point forward. So before I begin, one rule change. Oh, I'm glad it came up. So up until now, I've kind of realized I've been playing this wrong. Well, I did maybe a few weeks ago, but I decided now was the time to change it. Now every time I roll a D, I just have the player go out of bounds, automatically stop the clock. Apparently, it's supposed to be whenever, say, I roll this, I do the complete opposite. So it's like, in this case, I would play it how I normally would be, like 1, 2, 3. So I would roll it off of Brady or whoever's card here. And then same for, say, that I'd read it off the defense. So it's supposed to be the opposite of whatever you're supposed to do for it, not so much out of bounds. That only applies to flat passes and end runs from this point forward. So this game might go a little bit quicker as a result, so we shall see how that affects this game. Anyways, that's kind of the one rule change I'm making. Oopsies for messing that up this whole time. Oh well. I don't think it meant that did anything terrible. Anyways, here's a Tampa Bay starting lineup. They have no injuries to report somehow, so they're perfectly healthy. Of course, Tom Brady is quarterbacking this unit. Boo. Mike Evans is the split. I'm going to have Leonard Fournette be the running back. They're going to start off with 2 tight ends, so Kate Otten will be the tight end. Cameron Brate will be the blocking back. And Chris Godwin will be the flanker. All right. So they're going to start off with a run right off the bat, which Houston will see coming. All right. There we go. Got everything organized now. 1st and 10, right from the 15. Fournette's first carry. I'm going to have to keep my eyes peeled on that, too. Oh, this would be a hilarious way to start the game. 2 through 6. No! Instead, it's a 2-yard gain for Fournette. I was just going to say, that would be hilarious if this started with a fumble. Oh, 2nd and 8. Houston will play pass, actually. Let's see this coming. 6 on a flat. I'm trying to read the wrong one, and it's incomplete. Brady was looking for Mike Evans there. All right, 3rd down here and 8. 7 on a short, and that's going to be a 1st down. It's 10 yards to Chris Godwin. All right, nice conversion there. All right, 1st and 10, and Houston does not see this coming. 4 on a short. Uh-oh. We could have our game's first turnover yet again. Is this unless this is a 6 through 10? Ooh, incomplete. Brady was looking for Evans. But whoever was covering him had good coverage for the most part. All right. 2nd and 10. Another throw. 11 on a flat. Yeah, the X for penalty still applies. Uh-oh. Incomplete unless... it's against the Buccaneers. Probably a holding, right? Yeah. I'm going to accept it. Holding against Tampa Bay. 10 yards, and oh, would you look at that. They're right back to the 17. 2nd and 20. 6 on an off tackle, and another penalty roll incoming. 7 if it holds. No, it's probably going to be another holding. Same exact thing. Yep, another holding, but this time it's only half the distance to the goal, so back them up to the 8. 2nd and 29? Are we serious right now? 2nd and 29. Oh, God. Okay. I gotta do it. Oh, boy. Yep, Russell Gage is going to check in. 2nd and 29. Oh, dear. You know what? I'll throw to him. Very bad start for Tampa, I must say. That is only going for 4 yards to Russell Gage. Ouch. This is not the start you wanted to see if you're Tampa. What is it now? 3rd and 25? Yeah, 3rd and 25. Oh, boy. Do not envy this whatsoever. 7 on a long. Ha, 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 ha. No. The predictable incomplete to Mike Evans. Out comes the punter. You really think I'm going for it on 4th and 25? Think again. Ooh, nice punt. There you go. 62 yards from Jake Camarada. That helps. So let me try to do some math here. 24. He goes to the 26. Returned for a gain of whatever it says on the 8, so 15. But wait. I have to read this off of Houston's card. There is nothing there. All right, Houston gets it at the 41. Well, this is how they kind of won the last time with good field position. If you recall, we're getting good field position after good field position against Miami. And they kept turning those short fields into pay dirt. So now it's time for Houston's starting lineup. I mentioned there's no C.J. Stroud, so we get Davis Mills instead. Ew. Oh, by the way, Houston does have some injuries, but not to any of these cards. Basically, 2 cornerbacks, a linebacker, and an offensive lineman. That might explain why Tampa was passing a lot. Chris Moore is the slot/fullback for right now. Damian Pierce is the halfback. Jordan Akins is the tight end. Nico Collins is the flanker. And they're going for the pass right off the bat. 1st and 10 from the 41 of the Houston. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. Now I'm reading on Mills' card instead of whatever Tampa said. So instead of a short gain, it's now, 11-yard gain because they didn't see it. 1st down. Okay, so that still worked. Oh, that was a flat pass, so you get to go out of bounds. So congratulations. All right, that still applies. I'm going to have to do my best to try to remember all of these. Hopefully I don't screw this up too badly. Who was it again? Speaking of whom? Oh, Nico Collins. Oh, he's still in this version. Oh, sweet. All right, there we go. 1st and 10. They're still missing this. They're still sitting on the run for whatever reason. Tampa is. Oh, no! We're screwing this up. Houston's past midfield, by the way. 8 on a flat to the receiver, to Cooks, but it was guessed wrong. Oh, how about 15 in the 1st? Okay. He's out to the 33 as he gets out of bounds. We'll say, you know what? We'll make it 30 seconds unless... Actually, you know what? For flat passes, I'll do an additional roll. There you go. That's how I'm resolving this. That doesn't count. If it's a D, it's fine. So there we go. If I do an additional roll, if it's D, I'll say he goes out of bounds. If it's anything else, doesn't count. All right, 1st and 10. Tampa misses this. Now we're going to the run with Dameon Pierce. 11 on an off tackle. 2-yard gain. If it holds, it will. So we're up to the 31. So Dameon Pierce gets his first carry of the day. All right, 2nd down here, and 8. That injury rule still applies, but now we're going to the receiver, to Atkins, who gets... Oh, I almost read the wrong thing and got excited there. Incomplete! I almost read the wrong one, and good thing Tampa guessed that correctly, too, or that would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's an incompletion to Atkins, and even worse, Tampa now has to roll for an injury. Actually, I don't need the second roll because whoever I roll on is gone for the game, and there's no more after this, so I just need to do one roll, so we'll count the 8. I saw 7 on all 4s. 3, 4. No more left in for Tampa Bay. That would be Hakeem Hicks. He is done. We will not be seeing him anymore. How sad. Don't worry, it's the last game of the year. So technically this doesn't really do too much damage since there's no more after this. Meanwhile, speaking of which, it's now 3rd and 8. 10 on a short. Incomplete. Mills was looking for Collins. 4th and 8, and I think we ought to kick a field goal here for what could be our first points of the game. Kyle Fairbairn from 48. Kick is away. And it is just barely good. It doinks off the crossbar, but it still works. So Fairbairn makes it from 48. And we have our first points of the Super Bowl here. Once again, stop me if you heard this before, but a short field helps set the Texans up. Good field position that is. And the Texans strike first, 3-0. So that'll do it for our opening drive. So with that being said, you know the drill. Roll that beautiful footage, please. You're stuck with me now. Welcome to the Super Bowl, buddy. 9 yards in the bag of the end zone and number 2 back. We'll get this. Returned for a gain of... Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, they're at the 2. That is, not good. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Tampa. That's not good now, is it? Okay, now they are in the shadow of their own end zone here. I'm going to have to bring in Brait and hope for the best here. Okay, 1st and 10. I need to get out of here, so let's run it. You see it coming. 12, 11. I have to read Fournette's card instead, and no gain it is. Oof. I'm forgetting something, buddy. There you go. So Fournette gets nothing on that first carry. 2nd down, they're going to try it. Well, yeah, they're going to try it now. All right, 2nd down. Houston still thinks it's running because they're in their own end zone, but missed this. 9 on a flat. It's going to Otten. It was guessed wrong, and it's incomplete. Brady was looking for Otten and found nothing. 3rd and 10. Oh, dear. This is a risk, but I've got to try it. All right, you know what? Godwin. All right, this is a risk. 3rd and 10. 10 on a short. There it is! It happened! It's a safety! It doesn't matter what I roll on this. Would have been a 5-yard loss, but since the minimum is 2, Brady gets sacked in the end zone for a safety. Jerry Hughes is the recipient. Oh dear, I had a bad feeling that was going to happen, and it did. Jerry Hughes sacks Brady in the end zone for a safety, and it's 2 points for Houston. Ouch! Oy! Brady apparently could not will his offensive line to help block, and unfortunately, they give up the 2 points. It's 5-0 Houston. You can kind of blame their special teams on that one for taking it out. That probably should have not done that, but alas, here we are. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. All right, so Houston gets 2 points out of the deal. So here we go. Houston's going to run the football right out of the bat. Tampa will miss this. 12. Ooh, a horrible time to miss this. It's a 36-yard run from Dameon Pierce. Then they, of course, call the offsides penalty, which promptly gets declined for obvious reasons. And it's 1st and goal to go from the 8. This is shocking. I was not expecting this. All right, 1st and goal to go from the 8. Yeah, that should be 1st and goal to go. No. 11 on a flat. Well, it got missed, so all it does is really reduce the interception risk. 2 for 4 or a 12. It's picked! There is a flag, meanwhile, maybe. I don't know. Intercepted, it's picked off! That's not going for a touchdown. No, it's no return, but what's this penalty? No! No penalty! It's picked off! Oh, Davis, you idiots! Houston has a golden opportunity to score, and they blow it. They freaking blew it. Davis Mills was looking for Brandon Cooks and instead throws a horrible interception to whoever the defensive right cornerback for Tampa is. It's Jamal Dean with the interception. Nice job, Jamal Dean. You saved Tampa any more embarrassment. Unfortunately, since it happened so deep, Tampa gets it at their own 4. But man, oh man, they saved themselves. That looked like it was destined to go for 6. Or at least a field goal bare minimum. But nope. Houston gets too cute. Jamal Dean makes a great play, and it is 1st and 10 at the 4. 2nd down and 2. 5 and an off tackle. Uh-oh, this better not be a 2 through 6. It is, so it's a fumble! Tampa gets it! Returned! It can be returned! Ooh, you know what? I'm going to allow it. If I roll an X, yes. If not, it goes for 15. It'll allow it! Touchdown! It was the dreaded flat pass only touchdown or 15. I decided, hey, if you roll another X, you'll get the touchdown. Otherwise, it's 15. And yeah, I rolled it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Off of the fumble recovery. Ah, you fools. Unbelievable. Hicks's backup gets that one. And Logan Hall, who's in the game for Hicks there, is the one that forces that fumble, and he picks it up himself and returns it all the way back 74 yards for the touchdown. Unbelievable. The extra point from Subcup, okay, it's just 12. That's not good, but it is good. And would you look at that? Another Houston turnover leads to doom here. And this time it is courtesy of, I forgot who it was, Logan Hall, the backup defensive end. Hicks went down with an injury earlier, so his backup not only forces a fumble, but also picks up the ball and has the wherewithal to go a long ways for the TD. I forget how it was, 79 yards. And suddenly, Tampa Bay is in the lead, 7-5. It's because Brady willed his defense to do something. That's why. That's the only explanation. Here we go again. What a wild first quarter this has been. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Had a safety. Then, of course, we had a first and goal to go situation for Houston, and in a pick. Now, this promising drive ends with a fumble that gets returned all the way for a TD. A very sloppy first quarter from both teams right now, and here you go. It's 7-5 as a result. Good grief. This is turning into chaos Super Bowl. Houston gets it at the 25, meanwhile. Hey, speaking of chaos, these are on the wrong side. Oh. Almost forgot about that. Because it wasn't seen. Short gain for Mike Evans. There we go. We got him involved. And he gets the full 20. Nice. Mike Evans for 20 big yards and the first down. There you go. Stopping the clock, too. All right. Mike Evans with his first catch of the game. All right. It's first and goal to go from the 2 here. In comes Cameron Brate yet again. We need that blocking back, and we're going to try to run it in with Rachaad White. First and 10, goal to go from the 2. Will we finally have our first offensive touchdown of the game? Yes, we will! Touchdown! It's Rachaad White doing just that from 2 yards out. We finally have our first offensive score of the game. Extra point from Suckup is good, and there you go, folks. We finally had an offensive score. What an impressive drive from Tampa Bay, and then it gets capped off with a 2-yard run from Rachaad White. As Tampa now no longer makes this a baseball-related score, and instead it is now 14-5 with 13:45 remaining in the second quarter. I knew the offense was eventually going to break out. It's just a matter of when here. So, are we in Fairbairn field goal range? We are in Fairbairn field goal range. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt this long field goal from 55. Ugh. All right, actually, Fairbairn's got a decent chance if he rolls low. 55-yard field goal is up, and it's good. He nails it. Kai Fairbairn from 52-5 cranks it. And Tampa finally gets some points here in this. Houston gets some points in this second quarter. It's another field goal, but they'll take it. And the score is now 14-8 with 8 minutes remaining in this second quarter, so let alone this first half, so at least they tried, but they couldn't really get too much further out there. So it's been 2 field goals and a safety. Houston with no touchdowns whatsoever, and even though they've had the ball close, just a few too many turnovers. 2 so far, and hopefully not counting. Tampa will see it coming. 5 on a short. But they can't stop it, and instead Cooks gets 12 yards in the first. He is at the 10. There we go. All right. Houston, you finally have a chance to score. Do it. First and 10, or goal to go from the 10. Same thing. This run got missed. Uh-oh, does the penalty do anything? No, it doesn't. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce was left completely unchecked and gets it in for the 10-yard run. I'm going to see what the penalty is and see if it's going to be enforced in the kickoff or anything like that. And then Tampa Bay must be in frustration committed a personal foul penalty. I will enforce that on the kickoff. Alrighty, finally we have a touchdown from Houston. Kai Fairbaum for the lead. Oh, I didn't need to re-roll that dice, but it's good. There we go. Houston finally gets that offensive touchdown we were looking for here. The good field position finally pays off, and it concludes with a 10-yard run from Dameon Pierce as Tampa's run defense just completely falls asleep and lets Pierce walk in virtually untouched. And Houston, they are back out in front by a point, 15-14, with 5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Same thing. All right, well, at least Tampa can kick a field goal to take the lead. So here is suck up from 41. Kick is away, and let's see. It is good. With $1:45 remaining, Sup Cup hits the field goal, and Tampa has regained the lead here. Hold on a minute. There we go. There we go. That drive concludes with a Sup Cup field goal, and Tampa is back in the lead with 1:45 remaining. 17-15. For what it's worth for Houston, they have a shot at double dipping here. Remember, they get the second half kickoff. They opted to decline the fur, I should say. So they've got all their timeouts. They certainly can do something with it, but the question is, can they? We'll find out in a little bit. Well, anyways, their number 2 backs can return it 9 yards deep in the end zone. I don't understand why. Please let this be somewhat good. All right, Trayvon Smith got 24 yards. So he's at the 15. So you'll have 1:37 to do something here. Everybody's got their timeouts. Okay. Okay, let's see what I can do here. And let's see. Kind of a surprising twist. They're going 4 wide receivers, so in comes Philip Dorsett. Got another long distance man here. Well, this ought to be interesting. All right, 1st and 10. 4 wide receivers in for Houston. Let's see what they can do with this. 11 on a short. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong one. Whew, good thing. Okay, it's going to be an 11-yard gain for Nico Collins. Good thing I rolled that D, or that would have been an interception roll. 2 through 10. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that would have counted. Ouch. 1st down, meanwhile. Does not go out of bounds, so, I mean, Houston's going to hurry up, so, but they could have done without that. So it's 11 for Cooks in the 1st. New set of downs brings us to a 1st and 10. I'm actually going to take a long chop with Dorsett just for the heck of it. He's better off not. Hold up. Well, I can't short it to Cook, so I'm going to have to do it the Collins. All right, 1st and 10 from the 26. 2 on a short. Oh, I got to read Houston's card, and it's 13 in the 1st down. No out of bounds, so you're going to be using the whole thing. To the 39, Collins goes. Okay, that worked out better. All right, 1st and 10 here. We're going to flat pass the Collins now. See if he can get out of bounds, maybe. 8 on a flat. To the receiver, to Collins. 9, he gets 5, and I'll allow the out of bounds automatically. So, yeah, there you go. Collins gets 5. Stops the clock in the process. 2nd and 5. Do it again. 7 on a short. 10 yards in the 1st down. No out of bounds, though. So Houston is now in Tampa territory. They're at the 46 as Nico Collins. And they're going to stop the clock and use one of their timeouts in the process. Okay. Houston uses a timeout. That's their first. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40, from Tampa's 46. They're trying to figure out a play, and they're going for that. See if they can at least get in the Fairbairn field goal range or something like that. 8 on a short. Uh-oh. Down goes Mills. He is sacked for a loss of 8 unless... All right, well, what's the penalty? It's number 6. So it's a holding. Do I want to accept? Yeah, oh, I'm accepting the sack, so it's a loss of 6. We'll take the sack, and Houston uses their second timeout. I rolled a 6, so the sack gets split. Well, who does the sack go to? The second high linebacker, Joy Troyan Shioka. I'll just call him JTS for short. I don't think he minds, but he gets the sack. Bummer. All right. So it's 2nd and 16. Seven on a flat. That is going for 4 yards. All allowed the out of bounds. Yep. All right. Houston gets to the 48 there. So that one's courtesy of Brandon Cooks. 3rd and what appears to be a lot. How about 12? Oh, dear. 3rd and 12. What do I want to do here? I'll try it. All right, 3rd and 12. Fumble! That doesn't count. 7 on a short. Okay, that's going to be a 10-yard gain, isn't it? Yep. But what's the penalty? Nope. So it's 10 yards. They get to the 38. We are in Fairbairn field goal range, and Tampa's actually going to call a timeout. That's their first. So it is 10 yards to Brandon Cooks. I have no choice but to attempt the long field goal. Fairbairn made one earlier from this distance. Let's see if he can make it at the end. It's 55 this time. We're just in the tail end of his range. The kick is up. And it is no good. He missed it this time. And Tampa will take over with 22 seconds remaining at Houston's 30 at their own 38. No dice this time. He can't pull it off. Ouch. That would have been for the lead. Instead, it ends up being not so much. All right. All right. As you can probably guess, Tampa, is bringing in the house. We've got 5 wide receivers. They're going to try this. 22 seconds, 2 timeouts. Why the heck not? All right, 1st and 10 here to start us off. And I'm going to try something different. How about one to Julio Jones of all people? All right, 1st and 10. 7 on a long. No. Brady was looking for Julio Jones and found nothing. Yes, he is somehow on the Buccaneers of all things, because why not? All right, 2nd down. Try it again. 3 on a long. It's going to Tampa's card. 27 yards to Mike Evans. 1st down. 27. 15. He's at the 35. Are we in... We are in sub-cup field goal range. We are going to take a timeout. That's the second one. That's a 27-yard completion to Mike Evans. Funny how Mike Evans is doing nothing but catching long balls, of all things. That's funny. Oh, man. All right. I'll at least attempt... You know what? Let's make this a shorter field goal. I'm going to settle for the field goal here. 1st and 10, although the down and distance doesn't really matter at this point. 4 on a short. It's incomplete, but what's the penalty? Yeah, Texans were offside. So we got what we wanted, but yeah, I mean, that doesn't really count though, so. All right, so we got what we wanted, a closer field goal for Ryan Suckup. So that's the good news, so. Oh, and that couldn't have hurt them anymore. Suckup is about to attempt a 47-yarder to end the half. Had they just not committed that offsides, it'd be 2 through 5. It's now 2 through 10. So way to double his range, you idiots. All right, Ryan Suckup from 47. Well, it would have been good either way. So the kick is good. Wouldn't have mattered. I would have rolled low enough, but he just made that, the offsides made that a lot easier than it should have been. So doesn't matter though. Suckup hits it right up the middle, and there's your final score for the first half of this game. Tampa Bay goes into a half with a 20-15 lead. Wow, what a crazy first half that was. Jeez. Had all sorts of wild shenanigans breaking out in that first half, but hey, it's over now. So let's take a look at the first half stats, and then we'll bring on the mandatory entertainment. So let's see. Let's start off with the Buccaneers. I got to give them 3 more points. There we go. Davis Mills. That is a nice completion percentage. This ain't. This is far from. I mean, 168's good for the half, but he had that pick deep in the end zone, which basically is the difference at this point. That is the difference between Tampa Houston likely having a lead and, well, whatever you're seeing here. The lost fumble from Dameon Pierce also didn't help either. He has a touchdown, 10-yarder, but that fumble recovery is also pretty brutal too. Mills also fumbled too, but nothing happened about it. It's Brandon Cooks getting 6 for 64, Collins at 6 for 53. I have a funny feeling Houston has figured out something that works. And we even had a safety from Hughes, their defensive linebacker, sacked Brady in the end zone. This is what I was talking about. They're down to their 4th-string cornerback. My goodness. And yet, Tampa has not been able to take advantage of it at all. Brady is a meager 10 of 21 for 117. Ouch. That's really bad. 7 of those incompletions was to Mike Evans, who's 3 for 74. Apparently, he's catching nothing but long balls. Rashad White has the rushing TD. Fournette is just nowhere near what he did the last game. Tampa, meanwhile, has forced 2 turnovers, one of which went for a touchdown. That fumble recovery by Hall, which as of right now is the main Logan Hall, which is the main reason why Tampa's in the lead. Right now, if I were to give MVP out to someone, he would get it for sure. But yeah, I mean, this has been kind of messy overall for Tampa Bay, so they're going to need to pick that up to some extent here. So yeah, that's the really messy first half from both teams. Hopefully we can see some better action in the second half here. But before we begin, let us commence the halftime entertainment. So take it. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, and a first down. Okay, so the holding makes it 1st and 10 from the 21. Okay. 1st and 10 from the 21. Tampa's staying in the pass, surprisingly. Probably just formation's doing it. 7 on a flat, I'm reading theirs. Short gain! This won't be a touchdown, but it could be close. 18 for Dameon Pierce. He's at the 3. There we go. And he stops the clock. Well, the clock's going to stop anyways because we have an injury roll. I just noticed that. So hold on. Let me give Dameon Pierce his 18 yards. And now I've got to roll an injury on Houston. I just noticed all 2s. And who's going out of here? The left guard is down. Ouch. We have an injury. It's to Houston's left guard. So the clock would have stopped anyways. That would be Kenyon Green going down with an injury. Houston is now down 2 offensive linemen. Jeez. All right, we got first and goals to go from the 3 here. After what appeared to be an efficient drive, capped off by a 3rd and 15 conversion, of all things. All right, first and goal to go from the 3. And there it is. Touchdown! Damian Pierce, his 2nd of the game from 3 yards out. He gets it. Very nice. Houston reclaims the lead. And let's bring on the 2-point conversion, shall we? This is actually from the 2. I've been somewhat doing it wrong this whole time. All right. 2-point conversion is incoming here. Let's try Jordan Atkins here. 2-point conversion to make it a 3-point game. 6 on a flat. He has it, but what's the penalty? If there even is one. There is none. 2-point conversion is good. It's Mills hooking up with Jordan Atkins, and Houston now takes the opening drive on the second half to bring it up to 23-20. There we go. That's more like it. So Houston does, in fact, drive down the field to get a touchdown. So they can do it. And I think they finally found something that works. I think they finally discovered that Tampa's secondary isn't that good. So now they're going to attack it. Oh, this ought to be not good for Tampa. You kind of got to fix that pass defense, or Houston, I think they may have figured out what the issue is. Yeah, Tampa, you have a problem. It's your secondary. I had to make one of those jokes, just in the wrong sense. Sue me. Take the ball from the 25, Tampa. 1st and 10 from the 10. 7. We're reading on Houston's card, and that means it's 8 for Rachaad White. They're getting closer. It'll be 2nd and goal to go from the 2. 8 on an off-tackle run seen this time, and Rachaad White's going the wrong way. Loss of 1. All right, we've got a 3rd down here. They missed this, Houston. They're going to miss this end run. 3 on an end. Oh, that's got to be a touchdown. Oh, would you look at that? Short gain. So touchdown. I'm not going to even bother rolling, because Rachaad White gets it from 3. And look at that. He's got 2 TDs for the game, too. Very nice. Extra point from Ryan Subcup is up. It is good. And Tampa Bay reclaims the lead on their opening drive. So both teams scoring on their opening drive. Houston did earlier, and now it's Tampa's turn. It's a 3-yard TD run for Rachaad White. I think Tampa may have just figured out how to beat Houston all of a sudden. Uh-oh. Don't look now, folks, but I think both the offenses have figured out their defenses. We'll have to see if this continues, but Tampa now has the lead 27-23 with 6:15 remaining in the 3rd as both teams strike on their opening possession in the second half. All right, well. It seems Tampa finally figured out something that works, and they're moving the ball on Houston finally, and it's 1st and goal to go from the 10. 5, uh-oh. Yep, is this a 7 through 12? He's safe if it is, and he is. Okay, so Fournette doesn't fumble the football, but instead does get 2 yards. And sure enough, that is how quarter number 3 is going to end there. Tampa has a 4-point lead as we enter our season's final quarter here. They have a 4-point lead, and they're driving. They've got 8 more yards to see if they can score. 2nd and goal to go from the 8, meanwhile, and Houston misses this off-tackle run. 7. It goes for 3. Fournette brings it down to the 5. Okay. 3rd and goal to go from the 5. This pass will be seen. 10. I'm reading Houston's card. Ooh, no. This is not good. Evans makes the catch, but gets tackled at the 1 yard line. Oh, this just set up some intrigue over here. All right, it is 4th and goal from the 1. Oh, this is going to be a critical play. Decision time. You know what? I'm up by 4, and even if I don't get this, I'll pin him back, and I've been running so well. So I'm going for it. Houston is going to try to go for the run because that's what... All right, run against run. 4th and goal from the 1. And it's a touchdown! Fournette from a yard out gets it. He gets the 1 yard score. He would have gotten 6, but he gets the score. However, something else happened. Reroll that. Oh, it's the same thing. Apparently, I think that's what it rolled. However, as Brady was handing off, apparently somebody whacked him, and he is out. Tom Brady is down. Oh, no. Suckup makes the extra point, but it came at a price. Tom Brady is now down for the rest of the game. Oh, dear. Blaine Gabbert, this is going to fall on you for the rest of the game. So as Brady was handing it off to Fournette, he gets in, but then apparently somebody whacked him in the wrong spot. The penalty never got called because apparently he's not Patrick Mahomes. If you know, you know. But Tampa still gets that 4th and goal conversion, 34-23, but it came at a price, I'm afraid. Ugh. Probably should have just taken the field goal with that, but we'll see if they can hold this 11-point lead now. Again, it's going to be Blaine Gabbert time from the rest of this game. I'll try the field goal. This is going to be a long one. To bring it in a one-score game, I know Fairbairn has made it from 54, but he missed one from 55, so let's see if he can make it from 55 a second time. Oh, it's even worse. It's 56. Ugh. No, excuse me. It is 55 yet again. He missed the first time. And he misses the second time. No good. Ouch. All right. Fairbairn misses the 55-yarder. That's the second time he's pulled that. And the 9-point lead stays. But now here comes the million-dollar question. Can they do anything with Blaine Gabbert here? All right. Blaine Gabbert has now entered the game. Brace yourselves, kids. This is going to get wild. 1st and 10. Oh, dear. I'm not liking Blaine Gabbert's card at all. It's basically going to be the short game at this point. I guess I'll try to get as close as I can, but man, oh man, there's nothing I can do. 3rd and 17, and they're just going to casually play the run just in case. 5 on a flat. It's 7 yards to Mike Evans. That's not even close. That's not even close to a first down play. He does get out of bounds as if that wasn't bad enough. Yeah, not even close. So Evans gets 7. Obviously, we got to kick a field goal on 4th and 10. I mean, we're not doing it with Blaine Gabbert. 33-yarder for Ryan Suckup is up. That should be fine, I would imagine. That it is. It's good. Ryan Suckup drills it, and that is his 3rd field goal of the game, and Tampa extends their lead to 14, excuse me. 37-23. 3rd and 12. Yeah, I'll allow it. Uh-oh. Oh, this is really bad. Pray that it's a 11 or 12, or it's getting intercepted, or the penalty counts. And it's picked off. There we go. There's the Davis Mills we know and love. I was wondering how long it would take for him to throw an interception. And it's going back for a touchdown, or is it? It is, because the penalty was against Houston, unless it's a false start. No! Holding offense. Penalty is declined. Touchdown! It's a pick six. Uh-oh, where have we seen this before? Oh, no. He was looking for Brandon Cooks. And instead... Oh, he's out with an injury. We'll say Logan Ryan picks it off and returns it for a pick six. It's deja vu for Houston. They did that to Miami. And Suckup makes the extra point on top of that. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I think you may turn out the lights on this one. Tampa Bay is now up by 3 scores, folks. Yeah, they are pulling away. Apparently, even on the sideline here, Tom Brady can will his defense to do amazing things. Of course, Davis Mills picks now for a pick six, and it couldn't have come at any worse time. 44-23, Tampa leads. This one's probably over. All right, well, that is it. That is the game right there, folks. 44-33, Tampa wins. Good, and that kind of sucked if you were Houston there. Davis Mills was 52-33, 393, a touchdown and 2 picks. One of those was a pick six. He essentially got all the most good chunk of those yards in garbage time, so take that as it was. Damian Pierce, only 11 carries, 65 yards and 2 TDs, but he lost a fumble that got returned for a touchdown. We'll address those defensive TDs in just a second. Nico Collins, 13 for 210 in the TD. I think that's the best receiving performance we've seen all year, but it goes off or not. Brandon Cooks was 8 for 73. Kara Fairbairn missed 2 field goals. And then David Hughes had a sack that turned into a safety of Tom Brady early in the first quarter. That seemed like a different memory. Jerry Hughes. On Tampa's side, meanwhile... hang on, I gotta give him points. Brady did leave the game with an injury, but only was 18 of 29 for a $194. No touchdowns, no picks. He was just there to manage the game. Was probably throwing like 5-yard passes all game long like he usually does. He did leave with an injury, but yeah, it is what it is. Leonard Fournette, 21 for 85 and 2 TDs. Lestrade Wright, 17 for 88 and 2 TDs too. So both of them did really well from what I can tell. So that was just the game, part of the game in a nutshell. Is Houston couldn't stop Tampa once they figured out that they could run on them. Mike Evans was 8 for 115. Not much doing in the receiving department. And then there's the defense. How about not 1, but 2 defensive touchdowns here? They got 6 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a fumble recovery, 2 picks, and 2 touchdowns overall. Just an incredible effort by them, despite giving up 33, but don't let that fool you. Again, quite a bit of this came in garbage time. Logan Ryan had 1 touchdown. It ended up being a pick 6. However, if I was going to give a MVP of the Super Bowl, my congratulations go out to Logan Hall, who was in there for Akeem Hicks, who left with an injury. Filling in very well. 2 sacks, a forced fumble, a fumble recovery, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown late in the second quarter, I believe. First or second quarter, one of those two. Yeah, first quarter. So he is going to be your MVP. So congratulations, Logan Hall. You are our MVP. Not you, Brady. You didn't do anything, so get out of here. Your completion percentage was worse than your backup, so get out of here. But yes, Blaine Gabbert, no, excuse me. Oh my God. What was his name again? Pardon me, we're having technical difficulties, better known as me having a day. Logan Hall, congratulations, you are our MVP. Yay! And Tampa, you have won the title.